Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about what
I can
happened?
talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
This is way messier than anyone expected, according to multiple sources, and confirmed by a wild new clip dropped by Funky Dineva. Mendeecees allegedly jumped Tamar Braxton during a chaotic confrontation backstage at a private taping in Atlanta. And it wasn't random. No, this was personal. Real personal. Rumors say Tamar had been planning to expose a secret Yandy had kept hidden for years, and before she could go public, Mendeecees handled it. And Funky Dineva says he's got the exclusive receipts to back it all up. Fans are stunned. What started as reality TV beef spiraled into physical assault, legal threats, and possibly even a major cover-up involving Mona Scott and VH1 execs. And now Tamar's fighting back with cameras, with legal docs, and with cold-blooded facts. Is this the end of the love and hip-hop empire? Or just the beginning of the realest drama yet? Behind every camera on Love and Hip Hop, there's a storm waiting to break loose, and this time, it hit hard. According to multiple eyewitnesses, what was supposed to be a peaceful crossover taping turned into a violent brawl backstage, all because of a secret Tamar Braxton was about to expose, and Mendeecees Harris allegedly wasn't about to let that happen. It all started days before the incident, when rumors began swirling about a secret Tamar had been holding back involving Yandy Smith, Mendeecees' wife. According to Tamar's close circle, she had DM receipts, recordings, and even text screenshots showing that Yandy was allegedly involved in funneling hush money to cover up something serious from Mendeecees' past. Something that could shake the whole Love and Hip Hop franchise if it ever saw daylight. Tamar, being Tamar, wasn't going to stay quiet. She told friends she was tired of the fake loyalty. Tired of Mona Scott's people picking and choosing who gets exposed and who gets protected. I'm about to air it out, all of it, she reportedly said during a pre-production meeting. Producers were nervous, security was increased, and the Braxtons were warned Tamar was on edge. Fast forward to the day of the taping. Tamar arrived first, styled head to toe, face beat, energy focused. She reportedly refused glam from VH1's usual team and brought her own people. Why? Because she didn't trust anyone. She kept her phone close and avoided all small talk. Mendeecees arrived later with his entourage. Calm but unusually quiet. But behind the scenes, the air was thick. Witnesses say that Tamar and Mendeecees locked eyes once during a hallway pass, and it was pure tension. Not a word exchanged, not a head nod, nothing. Just cold, direct, unblinking stares. Tamar reportedly whispered under her breath, "He know what he did," before walking off. Then came the incident. During a break in filming, Tamar was headed to her dressing room when Mendeecees allegedly appeared at the end of the hallway with two unidentified men. According to the assistant director on set, Tamar turned to her team and said, "Get your phones ready," before confronting him. What happened next was described as fast, messy, and loud. One crew member who witnessed it said, "There wasn't much talking, he got up in her face real quick." Tamar didn't back down, and then it just popped off. Shouting turned into shoving. Someone allegedly grabbed Tamar's arm, and that's when all hell broke loose. Tamar screamed. Her security tried to push through. One of Mendeecees' people shoved back. And before anyone could fully process what was happening, Tamar was on the ground. Her wig was reportedly snatched halfway off, her phone was missing, and production had gone into full lockdown mode. Multiple people rushed to help her. Cameras were cut, doors were closed, security finally stepped in. And Mendeecees? He was escorted out without a word. But it didn't end there. Just hours after the incident, Funky Dineva posted a cryptic tweet. "I got video. Don't play with me. Tamar ain't lying." In Mekad, the Nal just did. That one post sent fans into a frenzy. Tamar's core fans rallied around her. Blogs started picking up the story, and the question on everyone's lips became, why? What did Tamar know that made Mendeecees risk everything to silence her? Later that night, Tamar posted a story from a hotel room with a bandage on her wrist, and the caption, "Y'all gonna learn, don't let these suits fool you. Some of these men ain't healed, they hiding. But baby, I'm not scared." The clip went viral instantly. Her mentions blew up. Celebs from Cardi B to K. Michelle chimed in with support, and even Missy Elliott reposted the story with a cryptic, "Prayers up for my sis." What was supposed to be a dramatic TV moment turned into a potential felony case, and the cameras weren't even rolling when it all went down, or so we thought. Because Funky Dineva? He says he caught the entire thing on tape. When Funky Dineva said he had exclusive footage, nobody was ready for just how much he was about to shake the internet. Hours after Tamar Braxton's cryptic Instagram story went live, Dineva dropped a 7-minute bombshell video on YouTube with the boldest title yet. "The real reason Mendeecees put hands on Tamar, I got the receipts." In true Funky Dineva fashion, the video opened with shade, wigs on the wall, and drama in the air. "Baby, this ain't no rumor," he said. "This ain't hearsay, this ain't allegedly. This is cold hard camera footage, and I don't care what NDA y'all got me under, cause guess what? Tamar ain't about to get jumped, and I say nothing." Then, he hit play. The footage was grainy, clearly from a phone or behind-the-scenes security cam, but it was real, and it showed everything. The footage, what it showed. The clip opened with Tamar walking toward her dressing room, heels clacking, assistant behind her. Mendeecees could be seen standing off to the side with two men, arms folded. As she passed, Mendeecees stepped forward and said something inaudible, but Tamar immediately stopped and turned around. She got in his face. Her body language was defensive, but strong. Then Mendeecees said something else, whatever it was. It made Tamar snap. She raised her voice and pointed at him. The camera audio was too muffled to catch every word, but Funky Dineva inserted captions based on what he confirmed with witnesses. "I got the damn proof. And I'm not scared of you, or your wife." The moment she said that, Mendeecees stepped even closer. Then came the shove. Not a slap, not a punch, but a full-on, two-handed chest shove that sent Tamar stumbling back into the wall. Gasps erupted in Dineva's comment section. But the clip wasn't over. Tamar's assistant jumped between them. Mendeecees' friend lunged toward the assistant, while Tamar tried to grab her phone. A second later, the camera glitched, and when it came back, Tamar was on the floor. One heel off, wig slightly shifted, phone gone. And the wildest part? Not a single security guard was in sight. Funky Dineva's commentary. After the clip played, Dineva laid it all out. "Y'all wanna know why this man came at her like that? 'Cause Tamar was about to expose that he's been collecting checks under a fake name through one of Yandy's LLCs. Money laundering vibes." Tamar got the screenshots. She was gone read them receipts into the mic next week at taping. And Mona knew it. He also claimed Tamar had proof that Yandy had threatened another cast member into silence with hush money. And Tamar wasn't going to let that slide. "They've been playing dirty behind the scenes for years," Dineva said, and Tamar was ready to burn it all down. Fans were in shock. Thousands commented within minutes. "He really put hands on her? That's crazy." Funky Dineva never misses with the receipts. Yandy and Mendeecees about to be done after this. The video was shared across Reddit, Instagram, and even reposted by several celebs. Tamar responded with a quote tweet. "Thank you at Funky Dineva. You a real one." They wasn't ready for the truth, but the truth ain't never needed permission. Within an hour, number Justice for Tamar and number Mendeecees exposed were trending. And Mona Scott? She stayed quiet. No statements, no PR responses, nothing but whispers that production was scrambling to control the fallout. But behind the scenes, Love and Hip Hop insiders were furious, because now that footage was out, producers knew they could be held legally responsible. Security had been late to respond. Tamar wasn't given proper protection. And worst of all, multiple cameras were supposedly ordered to stop filming before the attack. suggesting this was meant to be covered up from the start. And that begged the question. Did Mona know it was coming? Did Yandy? And more importantly, why was Tamar left alone? As the internet continued to spiral from Funky Dineva's explosive footage showing Mendeecees putting hands on Tamar Braxton, all eyes turned to Yandy Smith. After all, Tamar had directly implied that Yandy was behind the cover-up, and Funky Dineva wasn't subtle about it either. The pressure was mounting, and Yandy couldn't stay quiet forever. She finally responded not with an official press release or staged interview, but with a carefully filmed Instagram Live, titled simply, "Let's Talk About It." Wearing a neutral-colored sweatsuit and minimal makeup, Yandy looked calm, but her voice carried a sharp edge. She opened with, "I don't know who told y'all that I'm scared of a mic, or scared of Tamar, or scared of Funky Dineva and his little YouTube theatrics. But baby, you got me all the way messed up." From the jump, it was clear Yandy wasn't here to apologize. She was here to set her version of the story straight. She claimed that Tamar had been harassing her behind the scenes for weeks, demanding answers and threatening to air her out if she didn't come clean about money laundering, cast member payoffs, and even false paperwork used for business licenses. Yandy denied everything. "I ain't never laundered a dime. Everything I've built my businesses, my name, my brand, I built it with blood, sweat, tears, and God. Don't play with my integrity." She admitted there was tension between her and Tamar, but she said it stemmed from a misunderstanding over a licensing deal. Tamar thought Yandy was blocking. According to Yandy, Tamar's real beef had nothing to do with Mendeecees or any secret. It was about Tamar feeling slighted and jealous. "She mad because Mona didn't offer her the same contract I got. That's it. Let's be real. This ain't about the truth, it's about clout." And Tamar mad she ain't got the control she thought she had. Fans were divided. While some took Yandy's side, others called her out for gaslighting Tamar and avoiding the real issue. Mendeecees physically assaulted a woman, and Yandy wasn't showing an ounce of concern for that. Midway through the livestream, Yandy addressed the now infamous footage Funky Dineva released. She didn't deny it happened, but she claimed Tamar exaggerated it. "He didn't hit her, he shoved her back when she got in his face. He was wrong for putting hands on her, and I told him that. But let's not act like she was innocent." Tamar came up to him screaming, recording, and threatening him like she was ready to throw hands. Still, nowhere in Yandy's live did she offer an apology. Not to Tamar, not to fans, not to anyone. Tamar quickly responded with a screenshot of the live and a caption that read, "Y'all peep how she still ain't denied the receipts I got." Then she dropped a second post, a blurred image of a legal document with the words, "Notice of intent to press charges." The caption? "Liared up. Because real women don't throw shade, we throw subpoenas." That was it. The war had officially gone nuclear. Behind the scenes, VH1 was in meltdown mode. Insiders revealed producers were now reviewing all security footage, and a third-party investigator had been hired to assess whether Tamar's safety had been compromised by negligence. The fear, Tamar's team could sue not just Mendeecees but the network itself. And Funky Dineva? He wasn't done either. He posted another teaser video. "Y'all thought that was all I had? Baby, I got voice notes, texts, deals being made in DMs. This rabbit hole goes deep. And guess what? Somebody big at VH1 about to lose their job." Yandy's live did little to calm the fire. In fact, it poured gasoline on it. Tamar was prepping for court. Funky Dineva was prepping for part 2. And fans? They were picking sides, digging receipts, and demanding one thing only: accountability. By the time Tamar Braxton's legal team filed an official notice of intent to press charges, the internet had already taken sides, but what came next sent shockwaves through VH1 and the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise. The quiet whispers of cover-ups turned into screaming headlines when new security footage surfaced, footage that hadn't been leaked by Funky Dineva or the blogs. This time, the Love and Hip Hop cameras themselves exposed the truth. Sources inside VH1 confirmed that one of the handheld camera crews never stopped filming during the altercation. The footage was marked as scrubbed and was reportedly set aside to be edited out of the final cut. But now, under legal pressure, VH1's legal department was forced to submit unedited raw footage to Tamar's attorneys as part of discovery. And what that footage showed? Sabotage, negligence, and, possibly premeditation. What the cameras saw. The raw clip begins just minutes before the hallway incident. Tamar is seen talking to her stylist in her dressing room, visibly nervous. "I know they plotting," she says on camera. "I can feel it, but I got my receipts. I dare somebody to try me." Cut to the hallway, the same hallway where Funky Dineva's footage showed the scuffle, but this angle was clearer, longer, and had full audio. Mendeecees can be heard telling a crew member, "Make sure the cameras ain't on me when I talk to her." The crew member responds, "You good." Mona said don't film the hallway. Wait, Mona said not to film? Fans who saw this detail lose their minds. Did Mona Scott Young, the executive producer, know this confrontation was going to happen and try to hide it? Back to the footage as Tamar approaches. Mendeecees turns, says something under his breath, and as she gets close, the audio picks up his exact words. "You gon' regret crossing my wife." Tamar claps back instantly. "Tell your wife she gon' regret crossing the IRS." And then the shove. Tamar flies backward into the wall. Screams, chaos, crews scrambling, and still, no security. But what's worse? After Tamar hits the floor, a voice off camera allegedly from a producer says, "Get those cameras off. Now! Shut it down." The tapes were marked private, suppressed, erased from the shooting schedule. But now? They were in the hands of Tamar's legal team, and the damage was done. Tamar goes legal. 2 days after the footage hit the hands of her lawyer, Tamar filed a civil suit against Mendeecees Harris for assault, VH, one parent company for negligence and unsafe work conditions, Mona Scott Young's production team for attempting to conceal and destroy evidence. In a formal press conference outside the Atlanta courthouse, Tamar, flanked by her attorney and Funky Dineva, made a bold statement. "This isn't just about me. This is about every woman who has ever been told to stay quiet so the show can go on. Well, this show is canceled. I'm done protecting people who would rather bury me than believe me." The crowd cheered. Hashtags like #Justice for Tamar, #Fire Mona Scott, and #VH1 exposed flooded social media. Meanwhile, the Love and Hip Hop production team was in crisis mode. An anonymous employee leaked that at least 3 producers were suspended, and Mona had gone silent in all group chats and team meetings. Yandy posted cryptic messages on her story like, "The devil stays busy, but so does God. Watch how he works." But fans weren't buying it anymore. The court of public opinion had already shifted, and Tamar? She had everybody watching now. Even Nicki Minaj reposted the Funky Dineva clip with the caption, "Some of these reality show men need to remember who TF they playing with." This wasn't reality TV anymore, this was real life. And Tamar wasn't playing. Just when fans thought it couldn't get any messier, Funky Dineva dropped another bomb, and this one shook the industry to its core. In a surprise follow-up video titled "Y'all Got the Wrong Villain, Here's Who Really Set Up Tamar," Funky appeared with a look that said, "I told y'all but you didn't listen." He leaned forward, sipped his wine, and delivered one of the biggest twists the Love and Hip Hop universe had ever seen. Baby, it wasn't just Mendeecees. It wasn't just Yandy. It wasn't even Mona Scott. The person who really set this in motion? Bambi. Yes, Bambi, Lil Scrappy's ex-wife. The same woman who's been oddly quiet while chaos has ripped through the franchise. According to Dineva, Bambi had everything to gain by keeping Tamar from exposing Yandy. Why? Because if Tamar spoke, it would unravel a web of business ties between Yandy and Bambi that were allegedly used to funnel appearance checks, hush money, and off-the-record loans to cast members willing to sabotage others on command. The hidden deal. Funky pulled out email receipts between a third-party PR agent and a hidden LLC that both Bambi and Yandy co-managed. The emails discussed quieting Tamar before she could speak publicly about Yandy's backdoor deals. Even more shocking, one message read, If we let Tamar air this out, it's not just M's bag that's at risk. B's name gonna hit the blogs too. Then came the kicker, a leaked voicemail from Bambi herself, left on a former assistant's phone. The audio was scratchy, but crystal clear. I don't care who steps to her. Handle it before she gets mic'd up. Do it off camera if you have to. Funky paused the tape dramatically. Now y'all tell me who really set up Tamar. 'Cause it sounds like the hit was ordered from inside the house. Fans lose it. The internet imploded. Bambi? This just flipped the whole story. Forget Mona Bambi out here playing chess with people's lives. Justice for Tamar and apologies to Funky Dineva as soon as possible. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, everyone was dissecting the timeline now. People started digging through past footage and noticed that Bambi had been lurking in the background the day of the attack. She wasn't even scheduled to be on set. Yet there she was in the hallways before security locked it down. The missing piece. Dineva then connected the dots between Bambi and Mona's reluctance to step in. Apparently, Bambi had a private contract clause written into her season 11 deal, giving her strategic consultant privileges, meaning she had limited producer-level access and could suggest narrative arcs, cast combinations, and yes, even filming interruptions. This clause had never been made public until now. Tamar's lawyers were already investigating its legality. If true, it meant Bambi used her influence to engineer the moment Tamar got jumped, and then stepped away quietly, leaving Mendeecees to take the full hit. It's always the ones you don't suspect, Dineva whispered. But receipts don't lie, baby. Tamar reacts. Tamar responded within the hour with a fiery story. I knew it was more than just them. And to think I used to defend Bambi when Scrappy dragged her name. But some of these women, they worse than the men. Thank you, Dineva. You just exposed the whole system. She followed up with another court doc teaser, this time showing Bambi's name added to the civil suit as a co-conspirator. The aftermath. VH1 is now facing a total collapse of its season 12 rollout. Cast members are demanding transparency. Mona Scott has reportedly gone ghost. Yandy is losing brand partnerships. Mendeecees is under criminal investigation. And Bambi? She posted a single black screen that read, "Y'all believe whatever entertains you. But I got my own receipts. Sit tight." But by now, nobody's buying it.